And hi, I'm Axolotl.
And today we're reviewing the special map in the other side called Map as two complete professional figures.
So,
Let's go.
yeah. Right, so where to start? I mean, like, I think it's definitely quite a big step for Gorilla Tag, you know? I mean, I think the fact that, like, before this, like, the actual, like, Gorilla Tag torsos, they never really moved. They always kind of just stayed level. I think that this definitely violates some sort of, like, code of conduct for Gorilla Tag. But, oh no, I left my thing. I know, but, like, I think that it also poses for a lot more better updates in the future, you know? Yeah, so I think that's probably the pros, you know? And, like, it's definitely, it's going outside the lines, if you know what I mean. But then also the cons are these planets really hard to get off to, you know? And it's like, if you actually do end up getting off them, then you actually just fall back to them and then, like, you go into orbit, as you can see. It's just weird, you know? Yeah, well, anyway, I think that I'm going to pass it on to Flamello.
Hi guys, so as you know I'm Flamello, as I've told you in the intro. So, my pros and cons for this map. My pro is that, well, it's just really good to see what Gorilla Tag can do, and it's also good for people that don't want to pay for Vim. See, well, I wouldn't really call it a sample, but it's kind of like a sample of body tracking a bit, and what else can happen. And my con is how you get off these planets. Like, you can barely get off of them if you're not a sweat Gorilla Tag. Like, look at this. And if you somehow do this, try and get off, you most of the time fail and then go into orbit like this. Exactly right now I can't get to orbit. Yeah, like, see, you can get into orbit. Anyways, I'm going to pass you on to our idiot. Wherever he may be. Alright, bye.
Right, so for me personally, I would rate this map an 8 out of 10. You know, I mean, it's definitely one of the Gorilla Tag's higher map out there, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so an 8 out of 10, I'd say that's probably deserved, you know? I mean, they're experimenting with new things, trying out new things. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Anyway, I think it's definitely a good map. They've put a lot of work into it, and it's super fun to play with your friends. And I want to say, I think that's it. You know, I mean, to be honest, it's a cool map. Yeah. Now, personally, I think that they should keep it. Now, it's completely up to you, but I do not think that this map should be going anywhere in the future. And now I'm going to pass it back to Doc. And now I'm going to pass it back to Flamello.
Right. So obviously I'm just gonna guess he's talked to you about keeping it in that, so I'm gonna continue this. And we've brought out the Hamster of Truth. So what Hamster of Truth is basically just community. It's just something whenever I'm gonna tell the truth about a review. So I feel like this map gets a 9 out of 10. I feel like it's pretty fun, and if you're bad at Gorilla Tag, it's just good to get it, go out and then, you know, just try get better. I feel like if they're gonna keep this map, I'd say get rid, and yes, I'm saying about getting rid of, up there's this weird witch moonshot thing, and I know it's not a map, but I still feel like it's probably a bit useless. They could have just put it somewhere in here. But yeah, that's my opinion. 9 out of 10, quite fun, and that's it. I'm gonna pass you back, because we're gonna do our final goodbyes.
So that is our review on the moon, and that's the video over. See you next time.